Let's get back to breaking news in Grayson County. Brittany Moncrief just got on scene at storm damage at an RV park in Gunter. Brittany, what's the name of this RV park and what are you seeing there?
Well, Izzy, this is the Good Shepherd RV Park. Even on our way in, we saw the lightning in the distance, more rain picking up off and on. We have behind us here the county judge, Judge Dawsey, and also Gunter Fire Department that is here that has responded. And we can pan over to the side as well, but there's a lot of damage here where at least 6 RVs have been turned over. Judge, tell us a little bit about what we're dealing, what came through here.
Yeah, well, it was a pop-up thunderstorm that we had adequate warning that we had the potential for it to happen, and it just happened to form over this area and stayed over this area. You know, we had 103-degree temperatures today, and when that cold air starts dropping down, it creates a downburst, and with that, it caused the straight line winds from those downbursts caused the RVs to overturn. You know, RVs are typically top-heavy, and unfortunately, a lot of them are not anchored, and so they rolled over. We were fortunate that the most severe damage that you see behind us, no one was home, and those residents that were home and their RVs overturned, they suffered just minor injuries. Nobody required an ambulance transport, and those that felt that maybe they needed additional treatment chose to go by private ambulance or private vehicle. So we were fortunate that there were no significant injuries tonight. This is not an unusual occurrence in North Texas. It just so happens that it popped up right here, right now, right in front of or next to an RV park.
And thankfully, like you said, there were no major injuries, minor injuries here. And those who did need more assistance for their injuries, they went and transported by a private vehicle. Tell me how difficult it is, you know, when you have these pop-up storms where they're unpredictable, the response, what goes into that response?
Well, it's hit or miss. I mean, the Gunter Fire Department had responded to a grass fire not far from here, and so they were already out and about. And so when the calls started coming in, they responded along with Salina Fire Department, the Howe Fire Department, Van Alstyne Fire Department, and Captain Kramer can probably speak to the other agencies that came. But everybody just, it's a community effort out here, and everybody provides mutual aid for each other, and everybody looks out for each other, and everybody came together and responded as quickly as possible. And we were fortunate that we didn't have more injuries than we did have.
Yeah. Are there any shelters that people can go to, especially those who were in some of these trailers and staying in some of these trailers?
Well, there are shelters that people can go to, and there were code red warnings and warnings by the National Weather Service that were issued prior to the storms as it started to build. But it's such a isolated event that nobody knows. Even my own home in Van Alstyne, we had warnings, but we only just received some rain. We didn't receive significant winds or anything. This particular area happened to get it. So it's really, for lack of a better term, it's a whack-a-mole situation this time of year. And just people need to be weather aware and have an emergency plan in place.
And again, minor injuries here. 6 RVs have been turned over. They're mostly towards the back of the RV park. Again, it's a good thing that there were no major injuries here. Those who needed transport or needed help, they actually went to get additional assistance by private vehicles. No one was transported here at the scene. There is some lightning, so we're going to stay here on scene and get more information as this continues to develop, and as I believe the cleanup process is next, and just making sure everyone is safe.
All right, Brittany Moncrief reporting live from Grayson County. Thanks for that update, for the hustle getting up there, to all of our rescue crews who did such a fine job out there. Glad to know that these people who have been injured and may not have family members in the area do have shelter if they need so tonight in Grayson County.